So you want to keep the foot as close as you can to the loop without, it should not interfere with your needle at all, no matter how close you get. And just putting a locking stitch on here so it stays. And what's great about this sewing is that you don't have to think a lot during the sewing. The only thing you got to worry about is to keep the black material out of the way so you don't sew it as you go around. But it's pretty easy because the foot and the loop kind of guide themselves around it, so it's not a lot of work. So, here we go. I'm just going to continue on. Make sure you take your needles out as you go, because you don't want to break a needle as you're sewing. Hitting them and breaking your needle or causing damage to your machine, not a good thing. So just take them out as you get to them. Unfortunately, I put one backwards, so I have to fight with it. So here we go, we're going to continue on. Now what I do is keep the taped area in the back, just so you know, okay? Yes, that's right. Can you see this though? Is it too hard to see? Here, let me lower that. That might help. Okay, here. Okay, so we're just going to follow it all the way around. So there's some sticking up here. There we go. Yeah, I'm just going to move it a little bit. There we go. So we're just following it around, and like I said, the area that I taped usually goes into the back, the area that you've sewn in the back of the material, because I sewed a loop, so I sewed one just down the back. So you want to make sure that you keep the area that you tape the loop just in the back. Again, it's just making it look a little more professional and nicely finished for your puppet. Okay? Okay, I'm about to finish and meet up where I started. And again, don't forget your locking stitch at the end, very important, so it doesn't come undone. And then you've got to do some snipping here. Snipping underneath. And then you've got to take the foot off again to remove the loop properly without any damage to your machine. Make sure you do take the foot off. Don't try to cram it underneath the foot. It will cause damage for sure. I know it's sometimes a pain, but it's important that you do that. There you go. So, at this stage, what I have is it all nicely sewn all the way around. See how tight and how close? Just wait, let me get the light on here. See how close and tight it is right to the loop? It does a nice job all the way around. And then what you're going to do next, clearly, is to snip. Snip as close as you can to the line right here and take away the material that you don't need. And just snip it away. And then you will have a finished baseline for your puppet. I should say opening to your puppet, not a baseline. Are there any other questions about doing this? Anything regarding this? No question? Okay. Yeah, that does happen. Hey, Lace, welcome. I'm glad you made it. I guess we have no more questions around this issue. I know it's just gives you, like I said, another perspective on doing finishing off a puppet and working on that. So hopefully that was helpful to everyone.